Alright guys, so these are the ingredients we're going to be using. Here I have the Q&Q brand FIDEO. If you don't find this brand, it's totally fine. You can use any kind of FIDEO that you find on hand or whichever one that you use, just as long as it says vermicelli. We also have here a half a cup of water, 2 cups of chicken broth. Back here I have a roughly chopped medium white onion, a tablespoon of vegetable oil, or you can use vegetable shortening, some garlic salt and some pepper, and some chili powder to taste. And then of course here I have the 1 pound of ground beef. I use ground chuck, it's just my preference. I just always just go for the ground chuck, but you can use ground beef, pork, or chicken, so whatever you prefer. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a pot. I prefer to use a pot when I'm making FIDEO. So let's go ahead and turn this on. So my pan is heated up. Now, if you have a non-stick pan, you don't need to do this step, but I end up putting just a little bit of oil because I'm using stainless steel pans and I don't want my meat to stick. The thing about these stainless steel pans is they heat up pretty quick. And basically what I'm doing here is I'm just browning my meat. I already browned my meat and this is what it looks like. Try not to get it brown like where it looks burnt, but I went ahead and set it aside. I drained it first and set it aside. Now I'm going to grab the same pot. Let's go ahead and open our box. So I'm going to add that in there and we're going to brown this up. So real quick, I forgot to add the oil. So we're going to add that tablespoon of oil. Just like that. You're going to add the oil before you add the FIDEO. So let's go ahead and brown this up. Right. So now what you're doing here is you're trying to lightly brown it. So kind of stir it constantly. Kind of like the rice. If you make Mexican rice, this is the part where you're browning it. You'll start to notice it gets a little white and you'll see the little brown tips on there. So halfway through browning it, you want to add your onion. This is a lot of onion to me. So I think I'm going to add just like half of it. A little bit more than half. If I were to add all the onion, my kids won't eat this. So we're going to continue browning it. So now that we've browned it to where we wanted it, you're not trying to brown the onion, you're just trying to brown the FIDEO more. But now we're going to add our chicken broth. And we're going to add our water. So we're going to pick up the heat. You want to cook this around medium. So now that you've done that, now we're going to add our meat back in there. Just like this. So we're going to give it a stir real quick. Now we're going to add our chili powder. Let's add, in this little cup I put 2 tablespoons. So let's do half. Just try not to get too crazy with the chili powder, because if you put too much into this FIDEO, it'll have that raw chili powder taste. Like if you were to just taste it like this, it'll have that taste and it's not very good. Go ahead and mix that in. Just like that. Now we're going to add some garlic, the garlic salt. Now this is to taste. So let's go ahead and add a little bit in there. And the pepper. This can be spicy, so you can omit the pepper, or you can omit the chili powder, or you can just probably add less chili powder. So add a little as you go. So when I go seasoning my food, I add little as I go. I don't just go add it all at the same time. So you want to taste your food as you go, and if you feel you need more of this or that, that's when you add more seasoning. So let me go ahead and give it a try. I need more pepper. And a little bit more chili powder. So the seasonings are going to be adjusted to your liking. So this is going to be a dish that you're going to have to do like trial and error. You're going to have to try it a few times to get it to the taste that you like. Because everybody does like their fideo to taste differently. But as far as the cooking method goes, this is the way it goes. This is good. That's good to go. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it. I'm going to put it down to my lowest setting on my stove. Now I do know that some fideos, some people make them like really soupy. If that's what you like, then you would just add more chicken broth and more water. So you'll just double it next time. So next time you can add 4 cups of chicken broth. You can add the whole cup of water. I mean, you just work your way up like that until you find a way that works better for you or how your family likes it. But like I said, this is the cooking method. This is how you cook this. Okay, so maybe like a couple of minutes have passed, but I really wanted to come in here and tell you really quick. Do not stir this. And once you put the lid on it, do not come in and stir it. Don't do any of that, because what happens is you will make the fideo mushy. Yeah, it's weird. That goes with making rice as well. All right, guys. So here's my fideo. This is how it looks. Like I was mentioning earlier, if you like it soupy, you would just add more chicken broth and water. But this is how it comes out. I like to put a little bit of lime in my soup. But this is how it looks. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.